Hey guys, just wanted to do another commentary of my level 100 assault in SS4. So, just going over the skills, there's not much, it's a very typical build. I put 5 points in fast reload because that's just the basic amount that I need. I don't really need any more. And then 25 fast movement because I wanted to be, I just wanted speed, so that's necessary. And then 25 adrenaline is generally pretty necessary for any assault because it provides such a boost and just speed and DPS in general. And then my 25 critical shot, it helps out all my weapons really nicely with a good damage boost. And then 25 killing spree is really nice for mobbing. And then the last few points, I put step 1 in stim shot because that's also really necessary. And the last 2 points I wasn't sure, so I just put it in deadly force because it's extra damage and I wasn't sure what other points would help me out. My old setup used to be really bad. I used to have 5 in body armor expert, 5 in toughness, something health regen, field supply, 3 in assault team, even gun mod expert and knife. And then I was able to respec to 25 pay grade, 25 gun mod expert for augment rewards, and then I eventually respec out of pay grade, but still kept gun mod expert to put 25 killing spree because mobbing was necessary. And then after I got the augment rewards, I put in a slightly different build where I had 15 in body armor expert and less points in speed, but the assault wasn't really meant for tanking, so it didn't really work out for me too well, which is why I switched to this build. And then the main weapons I use, the pistol that I like using because it's a nice gun in general. This is my main weapon that I use for just about everything, my 12-4 Red Hornet. It's great for bossing, great for crowd control as well, and I really like a black version of it, and preferably with maxed out cores. We currently have 5 cores, but I'm just holding on to them right now. And surprisingly, no black strong boxes. I usually have 5. And then my other weapons, this is just a weapon I kept for a really long time because it's a legacy weapon. And then there's this weapon which it came with biosynthesis and piercing, so I put overclocked on it. I'm not sure if deadly would have been a better option. This is something I will use eventually for SMG masteries, which is really good progress for. And then this is my this is the pistol that I used to use a lot, mainly for the 0% movement mod and because it's full auto. But I like the blazer a bit more because it's just greater for crowd controls. And then MPG, it used to be a really good weapon, but now it sucks. Like, the reload cap really hit it hard, and it doesn't do good anymore. Then there's this left platen that I kept because, I just wanted to try it out, but I don't really like it as much. Just keeping it because, well, no reason not to. This shredder came with biosynthesis, and I just mainly ogged it for the sake of aug rewards at the time. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but yeah. This Mixmaster was a bad black box that I got a long time ago. I haven't used it at all. Just put augs in it for augment rewards. And then this is probably the best LMG besides Proposition, which I never got one of them, and the M1000, but yeah, that's never gonna happen. So this is probably the best one next to them, which I'm gonna eventually use for LMG mastery. This Hicks rocket launcher was something that I used a while ago to farm Hicks or rocket launcher mastery with. It came with good augments, so I figured I may as well use it. The movement penalty isn't too big of a deal for me, though. And then this one, this Tempest, was something I used for shotgun mastery, which I have now, and it's a pretty nice weapon overall. CM505, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I think I just used it for auger wards, but I don't think I'll need it. This is another MPG that had adaptive instead of enlarged like the other one did. So it's more practical, but I still don't like the MPG as much. And then a Poison Claw that I have gotten multiple Poison Claws and I have no idea why I'm holding on to them still. The Shock Field came with Piercing, which isn't as good of an augment as I would have liked. I would have preferred Pinpoint Deadly Adaptive, but yeah, that's what you have to deal with sometimes. This was actually the only good Nantonium Strongbox that I got in a long time. It was a 10-3, came with Overclocked and Deadly, and I put Adaptive as the third. So it's a really nice weapon for assault rifle masteries. Then there's my Flamethrower, which I'm planning to use. I already bought a lot of ammo for it when I do eventually farm it, but it's just going to be sitting around gathering dust for a while. And this is another Poison Claw with Adaptive instead of Piercings, which I don't know which would be better, probably Adaptive. This is my second Shotlight Tempest that has Piercing instead of Adaptive, which I prefer Adaptive because Killing Spree already gives me the extra Piercing, so it's not as necessary, but it's still good. Stripper, this was a really lucky or unlucky black box that I got a long time ago. It came at 10-3, I used the 2 cores in it to make it 10-4, but the Hornet that I have, the red Hornet, seems to do better than the black Stripper, which is pretty ironic to me. So yeah, I just don't bother using it now. This was just a bad black box. I don't want to talk about it. And then this was lucky unlucky box that came with field habits that came with bio, which has helped me out when I tried to tank a long time ago or a while ago, but it's biosynthesis. It's a good augment, but I don't really need it that much. This is my other one that has enlarged on it. And then this is my main setup. This is my main armor setup. So I have a Dragonfly helmet for the maximum damage and speed. If I would like a Red Titan helmet because it's absolute maximum damage, but I still have yet to find one. I had an 8-3 a while ago, but I sold it. And this is the main vest that I use, like tissue repair body feeling. That's probably the best augments you can get on a power assist because they don't provide good augments or armor. So the best thing to do is make the most of health and health regen. And then these were pretty lucky gloves that I got a long time ago. I put heat resistant on them because that was my lowest resistance at the time and is still my lowest resistance, but it's still helpful. And looking at my other Titan gloves, like this was my first pair. It was 10-2 and came with heat. This was 9-2, came with heat, and this was 8-2. And I put heat on it myself. Then there's my pants, which Dragonfly came with. It actually came with Hazchem, but I've actually started to like having that extra toxic defense since I don't have any of it on any of my other gear. And then these boots were something very recent that I got a while ago. It's really lucky. 8-2 Black Titan boots. I put fortified and machine assisted, and now that gives me a great defense boost, which is really helpful. I was considering using cores on it to make it 12-2, so I have absolute maximum speed, but I'm gonna save them until I get like a really good weapon, like either a Black Hornet, or if one day I craft M1000 or Trident, which both of them are looking very slim. And then these are just some other pieces of armor. These were my old red Titan boots. Same augments, but grade 10, so if I want it to be really fast, I could just put these on instead. This is my resuscitating build, which I use for virus samples. It's having max resuscitating on a power assist and any helmet of choice gives me a recovery time of 13 seconds, which in virus samples is pretty fast. I can kill a boss, die, and get up before the virus disappears. And then most of my other gear is just random black boxes. Like when I had 15 points in body armor expert, I could put on this armor and I'd be able to get a 99 physical defense, 90 something heat, and 90 toxic defense. But even without body armor expert, it's still a sizable amount of resistance, but not ideal. And this is my old Titan helmet that it has less defense. And then these are my turrets and grenades, which I just stockpile. And then I have all the standard red armor and stuff. And then these are my masteries, so 4 pistol, which is okay. I'm getting close to turret mastery, I'm not sure I'm gonna get that soon though. Got shotgun, high damage ammo, SMG, I did a few games with it, but stopped it. Grenade I can't seem to get up consistently. Assault rifle I'm getting close to that with my sublight. Helmet, vest, gloves, and pants are all armor masteries, getting close to them. Sniper and rocket launcher I already got. LMG I barely made any progress towards. And then flamethrower I made a bit of progress. And then these are my enemy stats, a bunch of shamblers, all that stuff. I got over 9,000 feated speeder kills. Yeah, a bunch of all these boss kills. And all of my achievements. I don't really have the time to be going for the top 1% in any events, so yeah, those are probably going to be achievements I'm never getting. That's what I said last time about this ZONJ City Honor, and I still have it now. And then there's these championship achievements, which again I'm probably not going to be getting anytime. My masteries, map masters, survivors is the highest one that I have next to pods, which I already completed. And yeah, I guess that's all. These are my other characters, and yeah.